Everybody. I know it's been a hot second since I've posted for my podcast, but we are back in business. So on this episode, I'm talking to a good friend of mine, Candice. I hope you enjoy the episode. Miss and love you, Candice. Hope you're doing well. And go ahead and comment and share. Love you guys. Hi, honey. Your microphone's off. Here you go.
Hi.
How are you?
Look at you. Background is so cool.
Thank you.
You look so gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I love your hair. You look great as usual. Your skin flawless. Look at you go.
Thank you.
Of course. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Considering everything that's happening. Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot, like we just graduated. It doesn't even feel like we graduated.
Right.
And then there's so much shit that's going on right now. It's just
Yeah.
a lot to take in.
Right.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. There's just been a lot going on that I've been doing, just kind of, rolling with it. Again, there is a lot going on right now, and everything's just in a very weird, scary place. So I'm kind of just trying to take it day by day myself. Yeah.
I have a question. What made you decide to do this?
So, I mean, I've been wanting to do something like this since I was in high school. So, yeah, I mean, from a young age, like I knew I wanted to get in the industry somehow, some way. I didn't realize it was like more acting than anything, but I want to do everything. So, I mean, I was like, we're in quarantine now. Everything's slowly starting to go back to normal. But I was like, I might as well take the time now to do something that I've been wanting to do for so long. So I'm kind of just taking advantage,
Yeah, this is a really good idea. Like when I saw your post, I was like, okay, I want to do this.
Right. Yeah, no, like I said, and like I probably might repeat myself a couple more times, but I'm really glad that you could do this. So I'm glad that you reached out.
Yeah, me too.
So, I mean, what have you been doing pretty much since spring break?
Well, I've really been in a rut, I would say, like, adjusting to like online classes and just like being at home, not having a job, being at home all the time was just something that I was not used to. I always had a busy schedule. I almost never had a day off. So having a day off like every single day was very new. It was not as good as I thought it would be. I was kind of sad, There was a time where I just completely isolated myself from everybody, and I wouldn't like answer texts or just be bothered with the world. I would sleep a lot. Like I was just like in a bad rut, and school really helped me with that because having assignments and having something to do, like having to look forward to go to being in class, kind of like got me out of this box where I'm like, okay, I'm just by myself. Like, I don't need anybody. Like, I'm just gonna like self-isolate. So I'm really glad that they continue classes, even though it was online, because it gave me something to look forward to. So I wouldn't be, I was very depressed. I'm not even gonna lie. But working on scenes and doing something that I love, even if it's not in person, and just like adjusting to that, it's really been helpful because it's like, okay, now I can adjust to any situation, and like we made it work. It wasn't ideal, but I think we made it work. And I spoke to Omar about it, and I was like, I'm so glad that we tried this, because when you're on set, like you have to adjust, like you have to be flexible. So this was like a really good eye opener. Like I didn't like it at first, and I was like, this is not gonna work. Like I don't know how this is not gonna work at all. How are we gonna do this with our partners? Like what scripts we're gonna get? But it turned out fine in the end.
Right.
So that gave me something to do. um I've really just been trying to keep myself occupied, like give myself a goal for the day, because if I don't, I will literally like sleep in bed all day and just like do nothing. And there were 2 points throughout since the whole quarantine where I stayed inside for 2 weeks and I never went outside. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I stayed
Well,
inside.
see, I mean, I know my eyes went wide, but see, I did it for a month too. And like for a while, yeah, I know. Like for a while, it actually wasn't bad at all. I was like okay with it because I mean, I'm a very social person. I love being around my friends and the people I love, but there after that month, I was starting to get into like really bad depression. I almost there was almost multiple days at a time where I was like, do I want to go to class? Do I want to get up to class? And it's like, yes, I do, because this is what I love and this is what I want to do and it's keeping me motivated. But at the same time, it was still so hard because we're not used to stuff like this. And then when there was one day that my dad was talking to one of his friends on the phone, and he was like in the same room, and he said, like, I don't think she's going to get graduation or her final reel. And at that point, like, I was still kind of in my weird like accepting of that, and I just bursted into tears about it. It was hard because it's heartbreaking. Like, we're graduating college, like you only really do that once. So it was hard, but now I'm at a point where I kind of am accepting it, and I'm kind of like let it go, because for me it's just like I'm okay with where I'm at right now. Do I want to stay home for long? Hell no. Like I want to go out and like start being an adult and live my life, but you can't really do that with everything up in the air at this point. So yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, I totally get that. Not having the motivation at all to get up or even go to class, and class is right there in front of you. It's just like, what's the
Exactly.
and I do understand how you feel about graduation and final reel, because I was stuck in this mentality where it's like I have to have it, you know? Like in my head I was like, what's what's this all for? Like, why did I spend 2 years? Why did I spend so much money in a school? And not saying I don't have anything to show for it, but it's just like, I final reel, like I was really looking forward to that. And then I just had to see it from the school's perspective too, because I was so mad at the school. I was so mad at the world, I should say. And I had to see from the school's point of view, like no one knew when this pandemic is going to be over. No one knows when it's going to be over. And they've invested so much money into final reel and they don't know what's going on. So to be mad at them for something they have no control over, it's just, it doesn't make any sense, you know?
Right.
And it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault, you know. You can't get mad at the teachers, you can't get mad at the school, because like they're on the same page as us, you
Exactly.
know. And it's sad because I was looking forward to graduation and I was looking forward to final reel, and we still don't know like if we're still gonna have final reel or not, but I feel like I'm ready to just get out there and be on my own. Like now I have this mentality where it's like, yeah, if we don't have that, like I'll be disappointed, but like I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm not gonna hate the school for that. I'm not gonna hate anybody for that, you know. Like stuff happens, you know. You live, you learn, you move on. I'm just like ready to just like get out there, do self tapes, go on auditions, you
Right.
know. Getting good and bad feedback. I'm just ready to
Right.
hack the world. Like I think that's where I'm at right now. And I feel like this quarantine will help so many people who probably thought they weren't ready to get out in the world, to like, you know, like brush up more on their craft, you know, before attacking the world. So, you know, things work out in
Right.
mysterious ways. So I feel like yeah, I'm not like sad about it.
I get that. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely feel like there's definitely stages and feelings with certain things, especially this, like the anger, the sadness, the like acceptance of it. Like it was all there, and that's with everything now. Like this really made me realize that that is just something like is life, if what I just said makes sense. But yeah, so I mean, a good thing that is happening is they're still keeping in contact with us, and they're still trying to do different things with us, which I'm appreciative of, because they could have just been like, you're done, we're done.
Like the school really like have been very generous, honestly.
Yeah.
That I really commend them for, because you're right, like they didn't have to like keep in contact with us to make sure that we're okay and we're fine, but they still do that. So I'm really appreciative of that too.
Mm-hmm. We definitely did get very lucky with what they're doing and what they have done for us already, for sure.
I just feel like people just need someone to blame. So I don't think like a lot of people are, yes, you're angry about the situation, but it's like you're directing your anger at like the wrong people, you know?
Right.
Like my job was supposed to reopen in May, the second week of May, and they still don't know when they're opening, you know? So nobody really knows what's really happening. So I just feel like a lot of people need to be sympathetic to what's going on and be appreciative of like where they are, because like a lot of people had it worse. And it's just 2020 is sucking so bad.
Yeah, you're literally not wrong. 2020, I was like, you know what, 2020 is going to be different. And I think everyone says that every year. Every year.
I would think that this pandemic was like the worst thing to happen in 2020. It just keeps getting worse. Like it just keeps adding on to negativity and violence and like bad shit. And it's like when we need a break. Like honestly, it's just too much, especially with what's going on right now, which is really sad. And it's just really sad. Like I haven't talked about it without like shedding a tear, and I really don't want to cry, but it's really messed up. It's really messed up to see like a lot of people is taking this situation as a joke. Like there's a lot of people that are in support, and I go on TikTok and I see like a lot of people supporting Black Lives Matter and the movement and everything, and it's so inspiring and inspirational. And it's like, okay, like we have a lot of support. Like support is free. Like to share something, to use your platform to speak about racism, like that's free, you know? Like nobody, like you don't have to pay to do shit like that. And a lot of people on TikTok, like in other people's comments, that is like, oh, well, all lives matter, or saying bad things about Black people as a joke. Like it's not funny, or oh, they use this all lives matter thing to basically like demean what Black Lives Matter stand for. Like everybody knows all lives matter, but who's being targeted here? And that's why we're saying Black Lives Matter, because we're the ones being targeted.
Exactly.
You know? And I saw a post that Will Smith made. I totally forgot what it was, but he was basically saying that he basically said that it's not like racism, it's not getting worse. It's always been like that. It's just that we have more media coverage, so a lot of people are actually seeing. And I was like, you are so right, because this shit has been happening like for forever. It's just that now it's getting a lot of media attention, and it's getting a lot of clout that people are like, oh my God, racism exists. Like, yeah, it never went away. Like, yeah, it exists. Yeah, it's just so scary because like I have to think about like my brother, you know, like my Black African American brother, that he's gonna grow up in a society where it's like my mom or myself or my sister have to teach him about racism and being profiled because he's Black, and being, oh, you listen to the cops, like never like restrained to what like they say. When you see a cop, don't make any sudden movements. Like, why
that shouldn't even
why does this have to be a lesson? You know, like, it's so sad. And it's just like, I really fear for like a lot of people, a lot of mothers out there that have like Black sons. Is just like, you know, like generally like the parent is supposed to like die before the child, but like seeing your child like on social media, like a cop like choking the shit out of your son while your son is saying I can't breathe, it's disheartening. It's disheartening. And I, ever since that video came out, like I've been thinking, like, if that person wasn't recording, you know, and like we didn't know about it, would that cop get arrested? And I don't think so. I think they would have swept it under the rug. And I really think that they're only bringing justice because it's nationwide. It's a nationwide problem now. Like, everyone is protesting about it. And then we try to stand up for ourselves, and then we get called thugs and all these words by just like protesting. And then cops are like spraying us and then beating us, and for what?
Right.
For what? Even on like nonviolent protests, you know? It's just really sad. It's just really sad that every year or every couple of months it's something. It's something. It's the same thing but just a different person. Right. You know? And it's not just Black men, it's Black women and Black children. So nobody's safe. And it's really like, it just fucking sucks. It really sucks. I can't believe, like, I wake up every day and I still can't believe that it's happening. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it's shocking, but then it's not shocking, but it's just sad, yo. It's just, oh my God, it's just really sad, you know. And then you really see people for who they are, because like a lot of people that are influencers, you know, like, you have a platform, like, say something, you know, like, if you don't want to say something, like help out, like, financially, you know, because like a lot of us like need that, you know, like, we need like the financial help. Like, you don't want to share, you don't want to use your voice because you're afraid that you will lose deals or brands or whatever it is. Like, there's other ways to help, you know. And it's crazy, like, a lot of people have been really silent, and it's just like, oh yeah, so you love Black culture when it's all fun and games, you know, like when you're rapping to our music, like you're singing our songs, like you like how we dress, you like our parties, but when shit goes down, you're just like, all right, let me take a step back. Like, no, like, you got to take the good with the bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is the world we live in, and I'm glad there's a lot of support. There has been a lot of support,
right,
and I'm really thankful for that, like, from all races, which is really good. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
Negative situation. Yeah, just like all of that is just like Corona, racism, no graduation, no final reels. Like, come on, 2020. Yeah. You suck.
there needs to be change and it needs to end, period.
Yeah.
So
there needs to be change, because we need to do something from the inside, because honestly, like, we can protest and we can riot all we want, but if we have the same people in power and if the system is the same, there's not going to be a change.
Exactly.
There should be consequences for using such violent force on an unarmed person.
Exactly.
You know, especially when a person tells you that they can't breathe, like, you need to listen to that. You know, it's not an excuse. It's the fact that I can't breathe. Get off of me. You know, and that was it. It wasn't necessary for him to have his knee in his throat like that. You know, and then, okay, not all cops are bad, but it's like, just like how not all white people are racist. It's hard to see a bunch of cops and there's one cop doing the bad thing. And instead of being like, oh, you know, like, lay up off of him, let's check him out, whatever, you're just standing there. You're just as guilty as him.
Exactly.
You're just as guilty, because I'm pretty sure if the roles were reversed and there was a black person doing something illegal or something not right, and they're with their friends, the friends are getting charged too. Most definitely. So why aren't the other 3 officers getting charged?
Exactly.
You know?
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. It's like we're not even humans. Like, they look at us and they just, I don't know what they see, is just like, peasants. So sad. It's so sad. Like, it's really bad. Like, I always thought America is so great and full of opportunities. And then as I get older, it's just like, America, you suck. Like,
Seriously.
there's good and bad in every country, but it's like, we have the power to bring change, but it's like they don't want to bring change. You know, the racist whites want to stay in power. They want to leech off of us. They want to be rich. They don't care. You know, so like I said before, like, we just have to look out for ourselves and get the right people in power to change this shit, because this is not it. This is not the country that I even want to live in right now. Like, this is not it. Like,
100%.
you know, living in fair, I don't think so. Who wants to do that? Who wants to walk down the street and fear for your life, and you're innocent and you're not doing anything?
Exactly.
You know? It's frustrating. This whole thing. Yeah, I need things to change, and they need to change, like, right now. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing, like, black people getting killed for no goddamn reason. Like, it needs to change.
There's just, there 100%, there needs to be a change. It needs to end. Should have ended years ago, but we're here now, and all we can do is unite and end it. And we need to end it, like, now. And we can, I like I told you, we can go on and on about this, and there just needs to be change. And as you've mentioned before, there are good cops, but when all of this media is being shared, what do you expect people to do? There's going to be people that are going to take a stand when something like this needs to end.
being accountable for their actions, because cops think that, oh yeah, I can do whatever, and then like they'll just suspend me and you're at home chilling while still getting paid, and then in the long run you get a pension for killing someone. Like, I don't think so. I feel like just like how they're charging this guy with murder, like every cop that murders someone should be charged for that. Because if I'm a civilian and I go out and I murder someone, best believe I'm getting charged for that, because they think they're above the law. And what does it say in the Constitution? No one is above the law, or the amendment or whatever. Like, no one is above the law, but cops are above the law because they get away with shit, you know? So I think they need to be held accountable for their actions, and it starts from there, because then they'll see, oh, we're not joking around. Like, you do that shit, you're gonna face some time. You're gonna face the consequences, so that they'll see, oh, let me not just go out and think I'm invincible and I can do whatever I want to do. No, get locked up. And then you get locked up in prison with people who don't like cops. You don't want to go to prison with people who don't like cops, because you might get shanked, you know? So it's like,
you're speaking 100% the truth. That's exactly.
Yeah, so they need to know that this shit is real, so they take it seriously. They take their job more seriously to protect us instead of hurting us, you know? Exactly. And I think it starts from there. They need to face the consequences of their actions. Because if someone believes, oh, I can do something, I can steal, and I won't be charged for it, of course they're gonna steal. Like, they're gonna steal. If you know that if you steal, there's gonna be some consequences, you might think twice about stealing, or you might not do it at all, which that's what we want them not to do. Right. So I think that, yeah. And it shouldn't be taken so long to have them charged for this shit either.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like, you have video evidence and it will take weeks and months for them to be charged. Like, no, let's speed this up. You know, it's like you're innocent until proven guilty, but you're proven guilty from the start.
Exactly. Especially
so you're guilty.
When there is clear evidence from a video, or a screenshot, or like a snippet from the video, guilty, period. That's it.
And then eyewitnesses everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they'll be able to testify. You don't even need someone to testify, because the video evidence is right there. It's right there.
Exactly.
You know, and then they try to find a loophole. Like, I saw on an article that they're like, oh, he had health issues that caused his death. What? Like,
that
him having health issues has nothing to do with it, because you put him in a position to spark those health issues. So you killed him. Because I'm pretty sure if he was just walking down the road, his health issues wouldn't come up all of a sudden. No, you put him in a place where he couldn't breathe, so his body shut down.
Yeah.
You're the cause of that. You know, exactly. It wasn't
laying on his stomach. Yeah. He was pushing his knee on his neck. Like, there's no ifs, ands about it. That is murder.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way around it. There's nothing anybody can conjure up. There's no bullshit anybody can conjure up, because it's clear murder. That's it. He could not breathe. He said it multiple times, and nobody did anything. One of those cops could have said, okay, I think you need to he can't breathe. And, you know, and those other ones that were involved.
No one
said anything. Nobody. Those other cops could have done something, and they stood there. So they should equally be charged, because they let it happen.
Just like Eric Garner, when he said he couldn't breathe. They didn't care.
Exactly.
They need to be held responsible. All of them.
Yeah. I agree with you.
this is the first time that I've talked about it where I didn't want to like just attack someone.
No, I get
Cause like I get sad, and then after like you think about it, you get angry. You know, just
like I
like
said,
from
when
sadness
you,
to anger.
you have every right to be angry. It is always valid. Don't ever think it's not, because you have every right to feel every emotion that you feel about this. 100%.
Yeah.
Aw.
Sorry, my little brother came in.
I heard it was your brother.
I
I
thought
was
I
like,
locked the door.
oh, he's so cute. Because I've seen pictures and videos, and he's literally the most adorable thing. Oh,
Yeah, he's
so
adorable when he
funny.
wants to be.
Oh, he's so cute. Seriously, and I love kids, so I'm like, oh, every time you post something, I'm like, oh my gosh, her brother, he's literally the most adorable. So it's okay. Even if he walked on, I would have been fine with it. He's so adorable.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, no, yeah, but besides that, like, has everybody, like, your family, has everybody been okay? Everybody's been all right?
Yeah, we're okay. I know my brother like misses school and misses like being around his friends and stuff. Yeah, and I feel so bad because he wants to play all the time, and I just don't be wanting to play. And then sometimes when I just want to like be by myself, I feel so bad, and I'm just like, oh my god, like he
I
just
love
needs
you,
like
but please let me have some peace.
yeah, like that's me. Just like give me 5 minutes to myself, please. But yeah, like we've been okay considering like everything that has been
Right,
happening. I need to have something to do because I can't just like stay at home. And then it's getting so nice outside, and then there's nothing open because of what's happening, the
right.
whole pandemic. Yeah, it just sucks, like this is not the summer that I thought I was gonna have. I was supposed to be graduated. I was supposed to have a great summer because I'm done.
Mhm.
But take it one day at a time and just see what happens.
Right.
How about for you?
Um, I mean, like I said, I've just kind of been taking it day by day. Family's doing pretty good. Everybody's just taking care of themselves. My dad was off for a while. He just recently went back to work about a week ago. My mom's been working because she's a home care nurse, so she's been on the front lines of it all, of course.
Much respect to her.
Yeah, I give her, it's on, I don't even know how to put the words, but you get what I'm trying to say. I give her a lot of respect for doing that too.
Yeah.
So, because it's scary, like she's, you know, she has asthma, so I don't know how effective that would be in catching it. And same thing with my dad, he has asthma, so that's always kind of been like something that's been a little scary. For a moment, I actually thought, well, because I got tested positive for the flu about a couple weeks before we ended up like going online, and I was like, that could have easily been coronavirus. So it's very, we're just in a very scary, weird, messed up time right now in the world, and it's very like there's times where I'm trying to speak and I don't know how to put words to it, and my brain is like all scrambled anymore.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I totally get that.
But I'm glad you and your family are doing okay. I don't know if you need to hear this or and whatnot, but like just know that I'm here for you. If you need anything, I know I'm all the way in PA, but if you need anything, let me know. Anytime you can text me or call me whenever. I'm with you, and I want this to end just as much as you.
Thank you so much.
Seriously. You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate it. This is great. I feel like I needed this. I
Well, I'm glad,
really
like I said, I'm really
needed
glad you were able to do this. And
No.
Honestly, at this point, anything that could help anybody, I'm here for it at this point.
Me too.
Oh, I'm just so I'm so tired of all the violence and sadness, and like we should be in like the prime of our lives, and it's just so, oh,
Yeah.
it's
That's
sad. It's sad where the world is right now,
mm-hmm.
and it needs to, and it will change.
It
It may
will.
take
You
it
just
may
gotta
take a
speak.
little bit more time, but it will. There will be change. There will be,
There,
100%.
it has to.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. Speak it into existence. It will change.
Yes, it will
Yep.
change.
It
Speak it
will
into
change.
existence,
Put
and
that in
it
the
will
world.
happen.
Mhm.
100%. I believe that.
I'm so glad that you're okay.
I'm
Your
glad that you're
health,
okay. You know,
which is very important now.
right?
Yeah. And I'm so glad that we got to talk, you know.
Me too.
Yeah. So good to see you. You're so beautiful.
Girl, that's you. What you mean? No, but yeah, no, seriously, it is really good to talk to you. Um, being in different sections this year from a lot of, because I don't think I really had anybody from like last year in my section this year. So it was,
Oh,
yeah, it was a
really?
really weird change in a sense, because I missed a lot of the old section. I really
Yeah.
did. So
Yeah. I had always with Chris, which
yeah,
I
you were
was
with Chris.
very
Love Chris.
I was very
For
happy
Harvey.
um like meet new people because I
Right,
formed
right.
like good strong friendships that I will cherish for, and I'm so glad I met even people from this last semester,
Right.
you know, that I've gotten really close to, and I'm just happy for, that experience and to have people like that in my life, very very positive. It's great to have positive energy
Oh,
around you.
yes.
It
Oh, God, yes.
it's really refreshing, and
Mm-hmm.
it helps with your mentality. It's like
100%.
I love the people that I've surrounded myself with. You know,
Right.
I remember during school the online class that we had, and I wasn't like really talking to anyone and stuff, and I had a friend like check up on me like every single day, and even though I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just like going through a lot, I'm just like, oh my god, like you're annoying me, but it's just like I appreciate that so much because you care so much about me, you care so much about my well-being, and because I was just in this place where I just didn't want to deal with anyone, I didn't see it at that point, but like looking back now is just like I'm so grateful because
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people just like hit you up once and it's like, oh, they don't really care, but you can't really say that because a lot of people go through their own struggles, but it's just great to have someone, just like wanted to make sure that you're genuinely okay, and it's
Right.
just like, wow, I love these people. like
Right.
I love these. Like I love these. Like I've known you for a few months, and you're like the greatest person ever. Like okay, all
Right.
right, thank you, thank you
Exactly.
for being such a great friend. And yeah, like I've met some amazing people from first year to now at NYCDA.
Mm-hmm.
Like some great people that are genuinely great, which I'm happy for.
Right.
So that's a positive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love, positivity.
Go off.
We need it. We need it. Oh my Lord.
Is great. I'm so thankful for all the experience I've had, you know.
Right.
I'm just ready to tackle the world. Like, come on, coronavirus, get away. Right? I'm ready. I'm ready to tackle the world. I'm so ready. Like, I'm so ready. It's crazy. Like, you know that SpongeBob thing where he's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. That's me. Like, I'm ready. Like,
I love it.
I'm so ready.
I love it.
Like, a lot of people have been nervous, you know, before like this whole pandemic, you know, just like leaving school and being out there on their own. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm ready.
Right.
Like, I'm ready.
I love it.
I need to go out there. I need to experience it for myself. Like, there's a lot of things that I need to work on. There's a lot of things that a lot of people need to work on, you know, but I need the experience. I need to showcase my talent.
Right.
You know, I'm ready to be on my own. So
good for you. Good for you.
Good
yes.
for me. Period. Period.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Seriously, you're amazing. And I'm so proud of you. And you're going to make it. And you're going to do great.
Thank you. We're going to make it, okay? We are. We put
we're
our mind. We're going to make it, okay? Like, I'm going to see you on set. I'll be like, what? Yeah, we're going to make snaps. And we're going to go on Instagram Live. And we're going to talk about our days at NYCDA and how we both made. We got this. We got this, okay? Like, we got this. We just gotta never give up. That's the key. Like,
for sure.
You can't give up. Like what Lady Gaga said. Like, you just only need to hear yes once, and you got it, baby. Like, you got it. Yeah. Period.
So, I have two more questions for you before we head off here. So, one, do you have any plans right now? Did you, or before everything happened, did you have any like specific plans of like leaving New York or staying in New York for a little while?
Okay, so for me, like before this whole pandemic and everything, my plan was to stay in New York. You know, like I just feel like it would be such a financial burden to leave and go to LA, even though that's something I want to do. But I think like in the future.
Gotcha.
There we go.
I hate technology.
It was like you were the host now and I didn't see you. I was like, why? I was like, what is going on? I was like, what just happened?
Okay, so let me just jump back quick. So, two more questions. One, you started saying how you are going to stay in New York just because financially it's more helpful, and then where I lost you.
Yeah. So the school had this thing where they were gonna like pay for your headshots and like your backstage pass that I was kind of relying on. Well, basically it was like a Shark Tank thing. Like you had to do a proposal on why you should get it. So like I was relying on that. I was like, I'm going to make a great presentation. I'm going to get it, manifest all that. But like I talked to Omar about it because I was like really dependent on that. And he was like, he tried to get us like discounts on backstage and actors access or get it for free. Like either one. I think they're still trying to like work that out. but he did tell me like not to get it yet, you know, so
Yeah.
I think like that's in the works, so that's good. So my plan now is to get headshots, of
Right.
course, because I have no headshots at all. I feel like I'm so far behind, which is
Right.
not really, but it's just like, you know, a lot of people with their professional pictures, and I'm just like, well, here's my selfie. Like, stop. But yeah, so I just need to find someone who takes like really good pictures.
Right.
Um, I might let you know Booty, right? I might let him take some pictures of me
Okay.
because like he does really good photography. So,
Mm-hmm. His pictures are nice.
you
I've
know,
seen them there. Yeah.
yeah, you know, and like pay him, of course. He's like, no, we're friends. I'm like, no, like this is like a business, you know,
Right.
like yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna, you know, pay you,
I
but
get
yeah,
it. Yeah.
probably will like him take some pictures of me just to start out, you know.
Right.
Um, and then once the whole backstage slash actors access thing with Omar pans out, then like I'll sign up for that. I'm gonna do like not like a reel, but like a mini video because I was talking to Neil about my plans, and he was telling me like when you're on, I think, actors access, like it's not like required, but it's better to have like a video, like a 30-second video or something of you up there, like saying like a monologue or something, because then if you don't have that, like your profile goes all the way to the bottom of the pile, which I did not know that at all. So I was like, yeah, give me 1 second. Thank
Aw.
you. Look what he made me. Oh, I broke it. so, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll start doing self tapes, you know, and just like
Right.
work from there. So that's just my plan right now, you know. Yeah, that's like my plan for right now.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
my for me, I'm kind of up in the air. I'm just gonna stay home myself for a little bit, save up money, work,
Smart. Mm-hmm.
send in, and then I'll start auditioning. I'll send in self tapes, and if I have to travel, then I would rather just travel than try and go and find a place somewhere right now with everything going on, and
Yeah,
it would
that's
just
not
be too
a smart
much.
idea.
So yeah, that's kind of just I'm kind of doing the same thing. Um, and then my final question for you. I did this with.
Oh, I have a question. Hold on.
Go
So,
ahead. Go for it.
when you do move, where do you plan on going? New York or LA?
So, I love New York. It will always have a special place in my heart. I just never like this year. I don't know. There was just something in my brain that just clicked that just didn't see a permanence to New York for me. And there's nothing wrong with New York. I just
Yeah.
don't see me living there.
Okay.
So I've been considering LA and Georgia a lot because Atlanta has a lot of work right now. So I was thinking maybe I can go to Georgia for a few years and then move my way out to LA. But I have to visit LA before I even decide if I just want to go right out there or not. I have connections and such, which is great because it's helpful to have connections.
Mhm.
But I'm just trying to focus on the now mainly
Yeah,
because I would rather just focus on the now than like keep pondering something that I can't really control or fix right now.
that's fair.
So
Hmm.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And it's taken a lot for me to just like accept that, but like it's what I have to do. It's what everybody has to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I definitely will be visiting New York. So you will not see me anytime
That's
soon.
good. That's good.
Yes, I will definitely come visit you. So, yeah, my last question for you. I did this with Carl today. I wanted to do something different with
Carl?
yeah, I did. I interviewed Carl this morning.
Carl Anderson?
Yup.
After this, I'm gonna text him like, why didn't you tell me? Yo, we've gotten like so much closer, like, you know, and that's great. That's one of the people that I'm happy that I met too. You
He's
know, and
great.
I never thought that like our friendship would like be like this, but I'm just like happy that it is.
He's great.
He would have told me, and he didn't tell me, so I have a few words for him after this.
Go after him, Candice.
Yes,
Go.
I should.
Oh God, I can't wait to hear about it. Because I'm gonna text him later, and I'm gonna be like, so like, did Candice say anything to you?
Right.
Let's see. But so what him and I did was I said, for fun, let's typecast each other.
Okay.
So I will let you do the honors first, since you are my guest of honor.
Okay. So let's typecast you. Okay, you already know that you would be first in line to play a younger Melissa McCarthy. Like, you, from ever since, like, I met you, like, that has just, like, been in my brain. Like, I swear to God, like, if they make a movie about her, Bryn, if you do not audition for that, I will be so mad at you. You would be perfect for that. Like, I feel like you're like a younger version of her, and I love her so much. Like, I love her.
Amazing.
She's sassy, she's funny, she's witty. Bryn, like, that's you. Like, oh my God. Like, that's totally you. Like, well, apart from that, like,
the day where me and her play mother and daughter in a movie, I'm waiting for that day, period.
I'm waiting for it too.
Hi, Melissa.
Right. I am waiting for it too. I really feel like you would play, like, I don't want to say mean girl, but like the sassy, preppy girl. You know, like how you watch those. Look at her. She's like, yeah, like, get out of my way, bitch. Like, okay, my bad. Sorry. Like, you know, like Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Like,
so now, would you see me as like a Gretchen Wieners or a Regina George?
Regina George.
Rachel
I don't
McAdams.
think Gretchen is more like, you know, I don't want to say dumb, because, like, no, the blonde one was, like, dumb, but, like,
Karen. Karen.
Like, I feel like you have this sense of, like, dominance that it wouldn't be like you would be, like, following the path. Like, I feel like you'd totally be leading the path or co-leading the path, you know?
Nice.
Like, I really do see that for you. You're so sassy. Like,
I am. I'm so sarcastic. Don't get me started on my dude. Oh my.
I really see you in rom-coms though. Like, I see you in I see that for you also, if I would put that out there.
Like,
I really feel like you could really do good in rom-coms. Yeah.
I would be the quirky, weird one.
At the end, it gets the guy. Yep. Totally. Like that girl from what's that? To All the Boys I've Loved Before, or some shit like that. I don't remember the name. Yeah,
Jean?
I see you. I think you could play that character. Why is your mouth so open right now?
I'm so shook.
I really see that you could play that.
Thank you.
So either be a bitch or, you know, like, be in love.
Yeah, or I can be both.
Or be both. Period.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Anything else?
You are so pretty. You're so cute. It's like anything else. But yeah, those are like roles that I see for you.
I love it. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Now, you, my darling. Okay. I saw your TikToks that you did, like from Fences.
Oh, yeah.
You have a dominance to you too. So I could see you playing a role like that, where like you finally are just like, you've had enough with something and you're like, you lay it all out on someone. I wasn't sure how to like phrase it, so that, yeah, like you would lay it all out on somebody. Like I can see you playing a role like that, very dramatic role. Definitely, if you did like a comedy, you would be like the Gabrielle Union of Bring It On. Like, don't even get me started. You would be that bitch. Like, oh, you would kill that role. 100%. Don't even, if they do a reboot of that movie, you better play her character.
Most definitely. I love her.
Oh, she's amazing. I love Gabrielle Union.
My role model, well, like, inspiration is Taraji.
Oh, she's...
I want to be in every role that she is in.
Funny.
She's my inspiration.
You could play her roles too, no doubt. You just have this, like I said, you have this very like dominant like side to you. Like you would play you would do the leading role, and you would be the one that like after so long of taking somebody's shit, you would be like, I'm shutting that shit down.
Period.
And nobody's stopping me because I am amazing and I'm a badass woman, and you're just mad about it. You'd be like, oh, like if you did like a Marvel film, you would be so badass in an action film. Don't even try me.
Oh yeah.
You would be badass. Period.
I like that. I've loved dramatic roles for forever. Until I did comedy this semester, and I was just like, I don't want to do comedy, like, oh, whatever, like, I don't think I'm, but comedy is so much fun to work on.
It is.
It's so much fun to work on, and then I'm like, like I'm really passionate about doing dramatic roles, you know, that's all I've ever wanted to do, but I'm going to sprinkle comedy in there too, because it's just so fun. Like, you want to do something that's fun, you know, and comedy is just like, it's really fun. And I'm so glad that I got to be able to do it, because like I had like so much ideas and I had so much fun with it. And it was just like great, just like pushing the limit and pushing the boundaries, and just like, it's great. So I think drama and comedy, that's what I'm going for.
Dramedy,
yes.
There was one more I just thought of. You could do.
You're making me a little nervous. Like, what is she thinking about?
Hello.
Is this thing on?
Right? You know the one movie Taraji did? She did. It's where she could hear men's thoughts.
What Men Want? Is it that?
You would kill that. No explanation needed. You would kill that. You would kill that. Because you just have these quirks about you. Like, you're just naturally funny. And like, I feel like one way you and I are pretty similar is like, we're very like, we use our bodies when we talk and stuff a lot. So you just have like these mannerisms, and just the way you just have this like characteristic of goofiness to you that I think you would do so well on that film with.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like that film too.
Oh, so funny. Oh my gosh. Like when they're at that one party and that woman's doing like the oh my gosh. Was she like a sidekick or something?
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember that part? Oh my gosh.
I watched this so long ago, but I know I love the movie.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Look up that part.
Anything Taraji's in, like, I want to see it. Like,
Honestly.
And it's good to have like, you know, an actor to like kind of like,
you know, another really great one is Viola Davis. She's amazing.
and she don't care. Like she like when she cries and her nose is running, she gonna let that nose run. She don't care because when she's in
That is acting.
character.
That is acting.
So
Trying.
badass.
It is.
Badass. She is so badass. Like, I love her. She's so raw. Oh my gosh. Like oh my god, she's amazing. Her and Taraji, amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing. I also love Kerry Washington too.
She's great too. Mm-hmm.
I think she's really good. Ever since I watched Scandal, and I was like, you're a boss. Like, what? You're a boss. And they make it look so easy, but it's not easy, like, at all. But the fact that they make it look so easy is just like, you know, that's what good acting is all about. Exactly. Period. But thank you. Oh my god.
Of course. Well, Candice, I'm so happy we did this. I enjoyed every moment talking to you, and literally don't hesitate to ever reach out. I miss and I love you so, so much. We are going to kill it. We are going to make it.
We are.
Ass. We got this. So just keep going, girl. You got this. You got this.
We got this. Period. We're gonna look back on this and be like, we knew it. We knew it. Here's the proof right here.
On this very day.
Period.
On May 31st, 2020.
The 31st.
We knew.
I'm like a couple days behind. We knew that we were gonna be stars and famous and great actors too. Yep. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so happy. This was a great.
All right, honey. Well, I will talk to you soon. Much love. Take care of yourself.
You, honey. Mwah.
Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon, okay?
You too. Bye. Be safe.
Bye. You too, hon.